Coach, what do you go back and look at before you get to OTAs from last year just to maybe implement or change things up?
It's a lot. You go back and look, whether it's a study on touches or plays that Najee got. That's one study I did this offseason. Things we need to do better in run game, pass game, and then try to break it down as far as you can so you can drill it. And so a lot of things I'm doing right now are corrections or things we need to improve on from last year.
When you went back and looked at Najee specifically, what do you make of his rookie season?
I think he had a great rookie season as far as production. He was available pretty much the whole season. Was an Iron Man in the number of reps that he took. But there's some things that he needs to improve on, obviously. And it's going to be every year like that. One thing in particular we've been working hard on is pad level and pass protection. The great thing about Najee is he's always willing to do whatever he needs to do and work to correct those things. So, something we kind of work collectively together. He may call or text me and say, hey, we need to work this. And I'm like, okay, because like Coach T's always saying, we're a service kind of organization, so I want to be able to serve him. And so he makes it easy.
Has he changed his body at all heading into his second year?
I think so. He is already looking great,
yeah.
You know what I mean? But, he trains, he's a training fool. That's just who he is. He's going to do whatever detail it takes to get his body in elite shape. You don't have to worry about that with him. And clearly you can see he's been working.
Last year you said kind of at this point that sometimes you had to tell him, hey, go home, like watch a movie, watch Netflix. Is that still an issue with him, or do you think he gets it?
I'm done with that. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to be who he is.
Yeah.
And it's more kind of like just making sure he's being smart about what he's doing and giving himself enough rest. But that's just who he is, and he'll continue to do that, and we don't want him to change. So I've kind of let that lay down and just let Najee be Najee.
When you look at the rest of your room, what are you seeing right now? Obviously, just in the very early portions of this offseason.
I can tell all of them been working. I'm excited about that part. Particularly that really sticks out is like Benny. The way Benny Snell's been, has come back. I feel like he's more explosive. I feel like he's always been this way, but he's more open to coaching and detailing his work and those things. And so I'm excited about some of the advances that he's made and the maturity and character he's bringing to the room and whatnot, and that's exciting. And so, like I said, that's an easy room to work with. They have no problem with working. They don't not want to do anything I ask them to do. They try, they work hard at it. They go hard, and I couldn't ask for any more than that.
Do you need a guy to be the number two who can help, spell Najee a little bit, or do you like, having guys that can do different things?
I think we just got to see how it plays out. You know what I mean? I think ideally you'd like to have a 1 and a 2 that runs in the game when Najee's tired and this and that. But sometimes it requires you to have multiple guys who can do things that fit their skill set play-wise and kind of create a 2. And so we'll see how it plays out. I'm aware that, I feel like, number one, I know Najee can carry the load at a very high level, but I think it is smart to find ways to take some stuff off of him, with the guys that are supporting him. So that's something that we're looking at, and we'll just kind of let it play out and see how guys' roles fit. And maybe a guy rises to that 2 spot, and then maybe we kind of patchwork it and see how it goes from there.
In terms of the offensive line, new coaches on that side, new players too, is that something, we see Najee talk to them a lot. Do you kind of do the same thing in terms of maybe gelling the group together?
Absolutely. I think one thing that I'm excited about with the new additions, whether it be staff, players, whatnot, is communication. It's been really good. The pipelines of communication has been as good as they've been in the 4 years I've been here. And so I'm excited about that because, there's guys out there, wanting to do what they're asked to do, and guys wanting to make sure they're getting on the same page with one another and their teammates. So that's always exciting when you see team taking responsibility.